What's happening, guys? Happy New Year. Welcome back to Left Foot First. Alright, so since last episode, I haven't done much. I did lay a second layer of fiberglass onto the cowl, just on the flat sections though. I didn't do in the crease there. I'm hoping that that's strong enough now that we can demold it and then do our strengthening on the back side so that we don't lose too much of our shape that we established with the mold. So first thing we're gonna do today is, I'm a little bit worried about when we pop this off that it won't hold its shape very well. So I'm gonna grab some foam and kind of make a foam exoskeleton for this piece. So when we pop it off, we'll have something to sit it into so that we can fiberglass the inside. So we'll do that, and then we'll try to pop that off the mold, and hopefully that works, and we can start fiberglassing the inside. So let's go do something. With that cage built, I'm gonna pop that off, and then we'll try to demold this before we set it back down, and then glue that whole thing onto the fiberglass. Yeah, let's give it a whirl. Pretty impressed by that. There's our cowling. Took a little bit of work to get off, but once I figured out to use a chunk of TIG rod to separate all the flat area, it actually popped off pretty easy. So I did a quick little trim with the scissors. We're gonna throw it back onto the mold and then actually glue that framework that we just built out of foam. We'll glue that right to the fiberglass, because as I'm sure you guys can see, it's not exactly real stable right now. So if we went to lay fiberglass on the inside of this, there'd be no telling, you know, if it's in the right position. So we will throw that back on there, glue it up, and then once that glue dries, or cools I guess, when we pull it off, hopefully it'll retain its shape a little bit better, and then we can do all of our strengthening. I think before we call her a day, we'll lay some fiberglass there in that corner because we didn't do it on the outside very well. So hopefully it'll be a little easier to reinforce it from the inside. All right, so we got a strip of fiberglass along that seam. Found out that I was using quite a bit too much resin, so once I actually squeegeed a bunch of it out, it went way easier to get those pieces to kind of conform to the curve. But it's on there now. I'll let that cure, see how it looks in the morning, and I'll probably come in and do another whole layer on the back before we put any fins on. But that's all that we can do today. So I'm gonna call that an episode for today. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next week. I'm out of here.